Good evening, Conway Cougars. I hope that you're having a great evening, that you're getting ready for bed, and that you're listening to your parents and loved ones, and that you've got those teeth brushed, and you are super ready to get a good night's sleep tonight. Well, Dr. Repass and I thought we'd just read you some books over the course of the next few months. We'll take turns once every other week or so. We'll read you a bedtime story. Of course, you can listen to these anytime if you'd like to. So I'm going to start off my bedtime stories with a fantastic book that just showed up on my mailbox. It's called Little Joe Chick-a-Pig. It's actually a really cool story. It's by a gentleman, an author named Brian Calhoun. And so sit back, relax, and get ready for bed with a great bedtime story. So what is a chick-a-pig? Well, he starts off with a book with telling you what that is. It's a noun, and it is an animal hybrid that is half chicken and half pig. So what genre do you think this is probably going to be? Yeah, probably fiction, right? But with a great message. Here we go. Little Joe Chick-a-Pig lived on a farm full of chick-a-pigs and chick-a-pig charm. Little Joe Chick-a-Pig, still just a boy, the farm full of chick-a-pigs brought him no joy. Sorry, we got a visitor here. He dreamed of new places beyond the fields, sailing vast oceans with swords and with shields. He hoped he'd find courage to follow his heart, but how could he do it? How could he start? The Chick-a-Pig farm was all that he knew, with its crops and fields and cows that pooed, and birds and bees and horses and goats. Why was he dreaming of castles and moats? Joe had an old grandpa, brave and bold, a Chick-a-Pig hero who broke the mold. Joe had an old grandpa, a sailor of seas, a Chick-a-Pig hero who lived so free. But how? How did he go? How did he do it? How did he know to follow his heart against the tide? How did he do it? That young Chick-a-Pig cried. I'll tell you a tale, his mother said. I'll tell you a tale before I put you to bed. Grandpa back then, he was scared too. Grandpa back then did not know what to do. Grandpa had heard a story told of a great big bear who broke the mold. The bear was tired of striking fear in all who saw him, all who came near. The bear had learned quite a skill to heal the sick and those struck ill. A doctor he became, my son, to heal the wounds of everyone, and those who used to run away now stood before him every day. A bear healing? Wow. The bear saw patients one by one. Never again would anyone run. The bear became a friend, you see, to every creature beneath the trees. But how? How did he go? How did he do it? How did he know to follow his heart against the tide? How did he do it? The young Chick-a-Pig cried. The bear found courage from the stranger's place. He heard of a mouse who went to space. A mouse? Wow. The mouse, she traveled to the moon and Mars. The mouse, she traveled again amongst the stars. Her ship, it soared from Earth to space. But in that world, she found her place. But how? How did she go? How did she do it? How did she know to follow her heart against the tide? How did she do it? The young Chick-a-Pig cried. Well, the mouse, she heard a story told of a fierce young dragon, brave and bold. The dragon was known across the land. She gave up her kingdom to join a band. She sang her song, she strummed her guitar. Her music was heard both near and far. But how? How did she go? How did she do it? How did she know to follow her heart against the tide? How did she do it? The young Chick-a-Pig cried. There was a warrior from that land back before the dragon's band. He was a Chick-a-Pig just like you, filled with wonder and feeling blue. Tired of shields and swords to wield, he laid down his weapons and planted a field. The Chick-a-Pig farm became all that he knew, with its crops and fields and cows that pooed, and birds and bees and horses and goats, and never thought of a castle or moats. Now, Joe, my child, I hope that you will see. Follow your dreams, whatever they may be, and one day in the future, when you are old, your very own story just might be told. Anything's possible. You guys have a great night's sleep, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow. Have a great night's sleep, and sweet dreams. All right. Good night.